Hey, what's going on, everyone? It is B. Avery here for another episode of Just My Opinion. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. And with this one right here, guys, we are talking Peacemaker on HBO Max, episode number 5, titled Monkey Dory. And guys, just to let you know, this is going to be a spoiler-filled recap. I'm going to spoil this episode up, down, left, right, in, and out, as if you've already seen it. You have been warned. And let me know whether you are liking the episode or not. Please let me know what you think down in the comment section. I'm very, very curious to know. If you have seen my previous recaps on my channel, I am absolutely loving this show. I'm thinking that it is a cinematic masterpiece, and James Gunn is just doing everything great that he possibly can to bring this show into the fruition, on top of his follow-up to the Suicide Squad that came out last year. So if you want to head over to my channel right now, on the home tab, I have my Peacemaker HBO playlist right here. Me and Eman with Eman Movie Reviews did recap episodes 1 through 3. Me and OneTakeBigDog did number 4. And I am here by myself today to recap episode 5, again titled Monkey Dory. Now, one of the things that I have loved about the show so far is just how funny it is and just how careless it is with the humor. I'm loving all the characters, especially Eagly. I'm also, of course, loving Peacemaker, Vigilante, Hardcore, Adebayo, Economos, and Mern. You know, these are all dope characters. Mern is my favorite just because he's so silly. But, you know, John Cena as Peacemaker, he's really killing it. Now, like I was saying, one of the things I really love about the show is the comedy. It's just slapstick crazy, off the wall, especially all the banter that's going back and forth between John Cena's character, Peacemaker Chris, and Vigilante. But I have to be honest with you guys, while I did enjoy this episode, I did not love it as much as the previous episodes. And one of those reasons is it is the humor. I thought it was a bit too much. It was getting a bit annoying. I found myself as the character Maron, like, Chris, shut the F up, you know, or that was a rhetorical question. Just when they're not interrogating each other, but when they're doing the briefing or the debriefing scene at the very beginning of this film, when Chris was just going back and forth screaming, and Economos like, why did you frame my dad? You could have had Optimus Prime, or, you know, Christina, this person, or Bill Cosby. I mean, that was just too long and too unnecessary. And I'm just like, man, you know, this is just a little bit over the top for me. Now, of course, you may feel different. Let me know down in the comment section and the chat. You know, this is not live, this is a recording, but I did think that was just a bit too much, and I was getting annoyed by it just a little bit. It didn't ruin the episode. I would just kind of wanted them to dial it back just a little bit. But everything else, you know, there were some other comedic moments in the show that I did appreciate. It's just really that intro right there did rub me the wrong way. Now, we also have at the beginning of the episode, you know, John, I keep calling him John, Chris, Peacemaker, you know, he's mourning, you know, he got really drunk and intoxicated, sloshed in the previous episode. But when we open up this one, he has the goo, and he is feeding the butterfly and treating it like a nice pet. You know, at this point, the rest of the team does not know that he is keeping this butterfly, because he said that he shot him in episode 3, but he kept it in this jar. So we're just going to see how that plays out. You guys let me know what you think. But I mean, if I was Chris, I would save it too. You know, they've already admitted that they're not giving him all the information. He knows that this is an alien invasion. He knows he's working with or for Amanda Waller in some capacity. So he knows that there are secrets. He knows that he can't trust these people, you know. And I will say, what does he have to lose? His life. But, you know, he's playing it close to the chest. You know, I like that. So it is kind of smart for him to be keeping this right here, just to try to figure out what the H is going on. And this is just kind of like more of what I was talking about. Now, I mean, it is funny. I do like the PowerPoint right here, butterfly infiltration, and he's just bending over. You know, that part was funny to me. Like, oh, they fly up your butt. And he was like, well, it is an orifice. But then when Vigilante came back talking about, you know, well, that means that he's going to have to crawl or fly through some poop. And I'm just like, man, I mean, I understand that that's your character, but given that the threat has already been revealed and it's an alien invasion and we've already been through all this bench, I'm just like, we don't need it right now, you know? So, I mean, they're just doing that, going back and forth, you know. I do like the illustrations. That's just kind of, that's funny right there. But Chris and Vigilante, they definitely need to kind of chill out right there, you know. So I don't know how you guys feel about that. Again, let me know down in the comment section below. Now we're moving on to the White Dragon. And I feel we're saying that this man is doing a hell of a great job playing a racist, white supremacist extremist. I'm loving the character of Sophie. I think she's dope as hell. The cop right here, her real name is Annie Chang. I've said before that this young lady is on my radar. I don't know why. It's just something about her that I really like. And I don't mean that in like a romantic way. And I don't mean to say that like she's not worthy. She's an attractive woman. But I mean, it's just like, I just like her character and I like her performance. And so there and there, he's just like, you know, hey, I didn't do this. I don't know who did. Just check the fingerprints. Just take my fingerprints, you know. And so we kind of see how that plays out later on in the episode. Now, let me know how y'all are feeling about Adebayo. She's back and forth with me. I did like her in this episode. Sometimes I like her more than others. Sometimes she just kind of gets on my nerve. And we'll talk about something in a minute that she did in this episode that was quite funny to me, to where I was laughing, you know. But there's more Peacemaker in. You know, here we are at the jail cell, and he's being racist, talking about I like your noodles and trying to get those fingerprints. And when I guess I am a sarcastic, I can be very sarcastic. I don't like to talk slick if it's not warranted, but I can be facetious and sarcastic. And that's kind of like how Sophie is. I think that's why I like her character so much, because he's like, oh, I like your noodles. And she's like, oh, well, it's a good idea that I invented them or something like that. You know, she always kind of has some quick zinger, you know, to come back and mess him up. But her partner here, you know, he's funny because, you know, he's trying to do the pound in a previous episode. And she's like, oh, no, you ruined the moment. It's over. And it was like, I can't remember if it was episode 3 or 4, to where they was in front of the neighbor's house of the racist white supremacist. And I don't remember exactly what, like they was at the door and she made a joke and he tried to back it up, but I can't remember exactly what was said. But it was funny. I like that. I just kind of wanted to bring him up, you know. But now, guys, who is this? Now I was laughing. Moira was like, who knocks at a window when there's a door right there? Who is this guy right here? Detective or Captain Locke. Captain Locke, what is he up to? Is he a good guy? Is he a bad guy? Because we see his name is Christopher Heyerdahl. And, you know, he seems like he's got a lot of things up his sleeve, like he can't be trusted. But he's meeting with Mern. What's going on right here? We know Mern is a butterfly, right? We know that. But is Mern a good guy or a bad guy? Are there good butterflies or are there bad butterflies? We're definitely going to find out, especially at the end of this episode. But are they running some type of conspiracy right here? We're just going to have to see. We're just going to have to see. I hope Mern is a good guy. I think he is. But again, we're just going to have to see. And I can't wait. But I love a detective when they're doing their detective work. Like, hold on, man. These fingerprints don't match. What is the deal? What's going on? We need to get to the bottom of this. We need to go speak to those so-called witnesses. And that's what they do. That's what they do. And they get out of there and they have to tell it. And they don't even say a word. He just kind of spills the beans. And it's kind of surprising. I didn't really think that we was going to see this character right here anymore, but we did. And I like him. He's funny. He got the Yosemite shirt on. Unfortunately, his wife is not faithful. She got a train ran on her by a vigilante with his helmet on and Chris. So that just kind of sucks balls. And she was sucking balls as well, you know. But there they are right there. I don't know. Hopefully he can get some type of revenge, you know, because that's just messed up, man. Don't be cheating on your spouse and all that good stuff. But let me clean house a little bit, guys. As you see, I'm by myself and I have this background back here. It's a new feature that StreamYard is offering, and I really, really like it. Just, you know, provide some more visual aid for you guys. But let me know, when I'm doing these recaps, would you prefer this background number 1, background number 2, background number 3, or background number 4? Again, I'm going to go through that one more time. Background number 1, background number 2, background number 3, or background number 4. Let me know what is more visually appealing to you, and I will try to implement that in my future recap videos. I think that red is a bit bright, but you let me know. You know, the majority wins here, but we're gonna go back to background number 1 right now. Now, as we got to the end of episode 4, we saw that Adebayo, Leota, she had the badge and the business card, and it was the name of that hotel. I forgot the name of it, or that facility. And they looked it up, and Mern was like, hey, with this facility here is 2 hours away, 2.5 hours away. You guys are going to go on a field trip and see what you can find. Now, the first time I saw this episode, I kind of skimmed through it, and I was like, you know what? All of this dialogue that they're having in the car right now is kind of pointless and useless. But then again, I thought about it, and it's not. I mean, they're in the car for 2 hours, and it's a great, way to get to know their characters even more. And I like it. But you got dumbass vigilante right here wanting to walk around with a chainsaw. I'm not mad at him, but at the same time, I was like, I really hope that he gets to use it. That would be dope as hell. It has to be an organic way to do it. And we're going to talk about that in just a second, whether I feel it was or not. But, here they are doing their thing in the car, and it's hilarious. But you got your girl Hardcore right here smiling. She's smiling, loving it all, and it was a successful mission. Now, I'm going to be honest with you guys. As I was getting this recap together, I was uploading these images. And for some reason, they are uploading out of order, because I think this is the image of Hardcore smiling after the mission, after they go wreck shop. So let me put that together, because she just took the picture right there. Yeah, this is after the mission, after they succeed. So I don't know what the hell happened right there while these images are uploading out of order. You're probably like, Brandon, what are you doing? Get back to your recap, your review. But I don't know what happened to all my images, because I had the whole thing where they was at the facility and they was going around and shooting the guards, and not the guards, but all the butterflies. They go into the base. It was kind of, I was banging on the comedy earlier. And I was laughing when they were outside of the van right here, and Chris was like, hey, finger banging, and she's out of bio. She was like, that's inappropriate. That joke is going too far. He said, I forgot that women had fingers. And he was like, oh, during sex. And she was like, wait, so during sex, do women's fingers just fall off? Crazy dialogue right there, but I do appreciate it. But I did really like the action in this episode. I thought it was dope as hell, with them going into the facility and him throwing that bomb and blowing up all the butterflies. But when he first went in there to start blowing up heads, I was like, damn, I didn't know what was going on. But I forgot that he had the X-ray helmet on. That was just a nice surprise. I liked all the violence. I liked all the gore. That was brilliant right there. I really did appreciate that, and so it was just a nice scene. These mind control human beings with these butterflies on their head going all around. Again, I was laughing when she was like, hey, you could have warned me about an explosion. He was like, I have to warn you about a bomb being blown, a bomb being gone off. Come on now. But I really did like that. And it sucks, man. I really wanted to show you guys the images, but I really don't know what happened. I guess I'm just gonna have to double check that, before I hit record the next time. But it was cool. They had that gorilla come through. I don't think that wasn't Gorilla Grodd. There was that gorilla that they had on the news earlier in the season, and they killed him. I'm a bit disappointed with that. I'm glad that John Economos got his shine with the chainsaw. That's cool. And I like the dialogue of Vigilante showing how jealous he was because he wanted to have a kill with it. But I really didn't want the gorilla to die. You know what I'm saying? Now, I have to say that he was haymaking them and like back fisting them here and there. They're flying around the room like rag dolls. They should have died, but and at one point the gorilla lifted up his arms and he was about to swing and he stopped and he was like, die, human. I was like, man, Chris should have died right there. But that's exactly when John Economos came up and saved the day with the chainsaw. But this is where they figure out that this is the facility, maybe the whole distribution facility for the whole country, but they have to find something before they go. But it was nice, and they're just reminiscing. This is going back. They're reminiscing right now. They had a successful mission, and Hardcore is happy. She's taking pictures. She's like, I was working with these idiots, but she's really feeling them now, and I like that. I like the bonding between all the characters and stuff. Now we had, she finds out that the detective here is garbage, that he ain't about nothing, but she want to go over his head, and she knows Judge Judy, which is kind of funny. She said that was her uncle right here. He's like, come on in. It was like, oh, are we gonna get some secrets revealed? I kind of thought he was gonna be Asian, but he's not. But this is her uncle. But she's sending the hardcore is back. She's sending the pictures around. Vigilante's getting it. It's funny that he's a waiter, just an everyday job, but he's also like a superhero in disguise. But this is a nice moment because in one of the last episodes, when she was at the bar by herself, she didn't want to be bothered. She was like, I'm done with y'all. When I'm outside of work, outside of business hours, leave me alone. It's been like that the whole time. In the first 3 episodes, the dude tried to come up to her and bucked at her when she was like, hey, do you have a cure for fish breath? Chris tried to holler at her again at the last episode, but she's always by herself. But this time she's coming around like, man, I miss my team. Let me send this picture of us doing a great job. Economo so fucking cool. And I like the emojis and the explanation of the merman. So that's right. I like that right there. Nice organic team building between them, and nobody really likes group text. They're annoying. You get bing, 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 all the notifications. So for hardcore to be so hardcore, Agent Amelia Harcourt, I like that, she's having this transition of her mindset, just liking her team and, wanting to grow with them. I think that's pretty dope right there. I really do. I really, really do. Here we have Chris's older brother, and we know that some way he is linked. Actually, I don't want to say that yet because it may be a spoiler. I'm not trying to sound obnoxious, but I have seen a couple of more episodes after this, and I don't want to mix it in with this one right here. And so, but that is Chris's older brother right there. And when I don't know why that doesn't make sense to me why he's having a boo-boo pee-pee drink from Eagle. I don't get it. Did y'all think that was going to smash? I didn't, but I was like, this is Peacemaker. This is HBO. This is James Gunn. He could just throw that in there, randomly, because she's sitting on the couch. It would have just been funny. It's like, so what do you want to do now? And then they just cut over to her riding the crap out of him. Yes, she's married. Well, is she married or just in a relationship? She is married. She does like women. I forgot that real quick. What am I talking about? I forgot that she done had a whole spouse, girlfriend, wife. No, I think this is her wife out in the show. And I'm up here being silly talking about them smashing. But it's not, it's not impossible. James Gunn is crazy good, but crazy. But she's a snake too, man. She's gonna put this diary in his camper. I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. But we're at the end of the episode now. She goes back to the base. Hey, Moore, what are you doing here? And he's working on something, get his engineer skills and all that. And then, she goes and puts on the helmet of truth. Turn on that X-ray vision. And she going around, whoa, this is cool. And dun, dun, dun. We find out that Mern is, well, no, we already know. She finds out that he's a butterfly, and she hightails it out of there, and he is chasing her. And I'm like, man, is he going to kill her? What's going to happen? And guys, that's just the end of the episode right there. It was damn good. I really did enjoy it. I really did. And one of the things is, I like the cliffhangers that they are leaving us on. It really wasn't a cliffhanger at the end of the last episode, but I really did appreciate it. But this one right here, I really did like the cliffhangers. And I've just figured out why my those images of them fighting at the warehouse didn't save. So sorry about that. But guys, I want to let you know, no, excuse me. You guys let me know. What did you think about this episode? What did you think about my recap? And since we're 5 episodes in to the show right now, I guess we can do, rank stuff if you want to, but this is Monkey Doria chapter 5. I really did enjoy it. Not as much as episode 4 or the first. I did like this more than episode 1. But episodes 3 and 4 were pretty fire. I mean, again, this was not a bad episode, but I really am loving it, so far for the most part. But we got 5 episodes left. If we're getting 10 overall, and I can't wait. So, guys, again, I just want to thank you so much for tuning in to my recap of Peacemaker. I can't even think. Peacemaker episode 5. Please let me know what you thought about the recap and all that good stuff down below. And before you go, guys, don't forget that my name is Brandon Keith Avery, and that's just my opinion. Peace out, and I'll see you next time.